Hey, it's Derek Depker here, and I've been working with authors for over a decade. One of the biggest challenges I see with authors, especially when you're just launching a book, is getting reviews. And reviews, obviously, they can help you sell a book, and they can also open you up to promotional opportunities. Some places won't promote your book unless you have a certain number of reviews. Can give you that important feedback if you get early reviews in terms of changes that you might want to make in your manuscript, or even just guidance in terms of the kind of people who are resonating with your book, so you know where to direct your marketing. So it's a big part of the book publishing and marketing process. The thing is, authors oftentimes struggle with getting reviews, and one of the reasons is because the people who love to review books, there's so many books out there nowadays. They're inundated with requests and books to read. So it's really important when you reach out to someone, you're not just sending them an email saying, hey, I'm an author, I got this new thriller book or this new fitness book or whatever it might be. Would you like a free copy? Because there's not really anything that intriguing. There's nothing that really stands out in their inbox about that request. And so I found a structure of a formula, a framework, if you will, that you can use for reviews that I've gotten great responses with people who didn't know me at all, who they receive this email and they go, yes, I'd love a copy of your book. And I have gotten some great reviews as a result. And so I've been teaching this for a while. Still, it takes some know-how to really construct this and put it all together. And so thanks to AI and also with the assistance of Daniel Hall, we've been able to create something that can speed up this process of getting a review request email following the principles that I teach. And so happy to demo this for you. Pass it off to Daniel Hall, where he can take you through this review request template that you can create with AI and have it pretty much ready to go, maybe with a few tweaks here and there to send to book reviewers.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Derek. Appreciate it. Yeah, this is super powerful, and it just really does help an author to get those reviews and the request for reviews out, because as you and I both know, that is where a lot of sales happen. A lot of sales happen because a book does have good quality reviews. And so following what you taught me, Derek, we created this AI generator, which I want to just demo for folks. So I'm going to actually just paste it directly into this LLM. I'm in ChatGPT 4.0 or 4 Omni. And the only thing that this generator requires is, of course, the generator itself, which is I've put in here, and then basically upload your manuscript into it as well. It could be either a PDF or I like to use a .txt, a text file, because they're a little smaller. But either one usually works, especially if you're using with the 4.0 Omni. So that's all I've done. Those are the only two things that you need to do. And then you click run, and it starts actually reading the documents. And so I've got this new book out in the Christian niche called Praying with Jesus, A Journey Through the Lord's Prayer. And so if I wanted to send out a review or review request following Derek's formula, is basically tried and true, proven formula. That's what this generator will do for you. Essentially, is it goes out and not only just reads your book, but then also provides a brief summary, a unique angle for it. And this is a really powerful thing right here. It goes out and looks for similar authors, because that's another one of Derek's ways that he connects with reviewers, is like, hey, if you like, Timothy Keller, for example, you might like my book, and so forth. So it goes out and does that, and it goes out and also writes a very specific book description for you, done in, again, the style that Derek has found very, very effective. And then after that, it goes into and actually will do a personalized book review request. In this case, they did it for Timothy Keller. And so it's a suggested previously reviewed book. And it'll even give you the subject lines for it. and it will then write the reviewer, write the email so that you can then send this to that reviewer. And it says basically, again, follows that very specific way that Derek approaches a reviewer. And says, I'm just reaching out to see if you would consider reviewing my book, Praying with Jesus, a Journey Through the Lord's Prayer. It offers a deep dive into one of Christianity's most familiar texts, blending historical insights, theological reflection, and practical relevance for modern readers. If you appreciated the prodigal God for its emotional resonance and rich theology, I believe this book may resonate with you as well. Each chapter, and then basically keeps going on. And then it goes on to say, so in other words, it meets the reviewer where they are, and then basically offers to send them, either a manuscript or the, whatever format you have available, whether it's an ebook, whether it's a physical copy, or even a audiobook version of the book. So basically, you could very, very quickly do a lot of these emails to specific types of reviewers that are very, very on point with what they're saying, and it's highly likely that you'll get some responses. You'll get some positive responses with this. So it makes the whole thing a lot faster, right, Derek? And that's really what this is about. It's using this specific framework that's proven to work, and it's doesn't take much mental bandwidth on the part of the author to do this and get these review requests out very, very quickly and in bulk, and have it well done on top of it. So it's not just quantity, but it's the quality of the emails going out. So so that's what Derek and I put together, and it's actually available. There's a link somewhere around where you are watching right now that'll come to this page, or maybe you're on this page that you're looking at right here. And you can actually get it on a pay what you want basis, including free. So of course, we would love for you to show your support. And also we would love for you to actually take this seriously by using what you pay for, because typically people will, again, they'll only value those things that they pay for. So throw a couple dollars at it for your own benefit, not because we need it, but because you do. And we want you to use this great tool. So with that, any other thoughts, Derek, before we sign off?
Yeah, I want to give you a few quick tips of how to get the most out of the generator. So one of the great things that's in there, and actually if you scroll up, Daniel, you'll notice it has some similar authors up there. So when it comes to finding potential book reviewers, a simple Google search for, I'm just picking at random, Richard Foster. You might Google Richard Foster book review, or find specific books from Richard that you think are similar to yours if it was in this example. And obviously you're in a different genre, it's going to give you some other authors. You can find people who are reviewing their books, and that's a way to find potential reviewers. And you also see there's a longer version of a description, closer to about 75 words. You could certainly use a longer description in your request. Now, the generator isn't necessarily going to know. It's going to give you a hypothetical. I think in the example it gave Timothy Kelly, obviously, if in this example you're reaching out to someone who did review a book by Richard, you would just swap that out. I'd encourage you to put your own words. Hey, I read your review. I really like what you said about fill in the blank. You can personalize it to them. And that might just take you 30 seconds, a couple minutes to just personalize it to the individual if you really want to create that deeper connection with them. And then also, if you have some reviews already, that could be something you include after the description. One of the readers said they loved the book, they were up all night reading it, they couldn't put it down, whatever, obviously whatever real reviews you might have. So there's ways to adjust this and tweak this and really make it your own. And this gives you a great starting point, pretty much almost completely done with just a few little tweaks if you want to put it in there and personalize it. And obviously, I always encourage people, hey, if you wouldn't say it quite like that, but you want to say it a little differently, a lot of times it's easier to edit something than have to sit there and stare at a blank screen and try to come up with something from
Amen.
scratch. So this gives you the direction to go in. It gives you the structure to go in, and can really speed up that process of creating these review request emails.
Yeah, exactly. What really great tips, Derek. And once again, I'll just really put a cherry on top of this whole conversation, because one of the things that you can really benefit yourself with marketing wise when it comes to marketing of your book is the getting of reviews, because they will be looked at, they will be read by people that are on the fence, and it's probably one of the most you're probably one of the biggest bangs for your effort in all of book marketing. Maybe you disagree with that, but that's certainly been my experience, Derek. And that's one of the reasons why I was so excited to get to work with you to put this together. And once again, it's right here. You just come over here. You're going to name a fair price. And so just say $35. You click the little "I want this" button, and basically continue through the checkout process. You will get a generator that you can then copy and paste, like I did with this one, into ChatGPT. But I will also just say that this works on just about every LLM out there. I've tried it on Grok. It works great on Claude AI. It works great on Gemini. So this generator can be used in all in all of those LLMs, the large language models like those, including ChatGPT. So with that, thanks for watching. Thanks for helping me put this together, Derek. And I can't wait to hear about your successes with your book reviews. So please ping either Derek or myself. We definitely want to hear from you and hear how this works for you. And it will work good if you actually use it. So go ahead and do that. Any last words, Derek?
Thanks, Daniel, for helping me with this. And once again, I encourage you to go out there and play with this, have fun, take it. Obviously, you can make it your own, and this will help you get reviews. I'll also say this: it's not, hey, I sent one request and expect to get, every single person who receives it gets it. It's also a bit of going out there, reaching out to multiple people, doing follow-ups, things like that. So that's also of course, part of the process. So it's really about getting out there, implementing this, and continuing to reach out to people with your review requests.